Morning, guys. Shall we take a seat? Because there's something I want to explain. So I want to explain how I got here, because I've had quite a few people contact me on Instagram, and they all ask similar questions. They all ask if I travel like continuously, how I afford to do it, and then they always end up with, oh wow, I wish I could do that. That was me 2 years ago. I used to be like, oh, I wish I could do that. I used to watch videos on YouTube. I used to watch TV programs where people would be out exploring the world and seeing new things, and like used to watch all of that. And, oh wow, I wish I could do that. Like, I wonder how they get that job. I wonder how they managed to get there. So this is my Instagram, and I get people commenting on, and this is literally my life. This is just, it's nuts. Like the things I see, the places I go, and it's all really just because I took a risk. That was my baby, a little van that I loved. So last year I went around Europe in my van, and it was incredible. Now, even I look at those photos and I think, wow, like what a life, like that's incredible. And I feel so grateful to be living this life. But I didn't end up here by accident. There was a series of events that happened in my life that has led me here. And if like I do look back, I look back to where I was and where I am now, and just the journey of where I was to where I am now. And anyone can do that journey. It's just, it's retraining your brain, and it's believing in yourself, and it's figuring out what it is that you want. So back in, I think it was 2015, I had the summer off because I worked in schools. So I had the summer off. I spent the summer down in Cornwall, and there was this course, a webinar thing. It was like a 10-hour course. You could do it like however many days you want to do it type thing. And the first video that I watched, I was hooked. And I think I did the 10 days in like 2 or 3 days, because I was like, wow, this guy is incredible. It was about, I think it was about fear, and like your fear is stopping you from doing what you want to do. And as soon as I took that course, my mindset changed. I was like, wow, like he's right. The guy's right. The guy's called James Ashford, by the way, and I'll link his website below so you can go check out the course. I think that was the start of the change when I did this webinar. And after that, I read a book. And before that, I didn't really read books, and now I read them quite a lot because I think you get a lot from them. So I read a book. The book was called The Secret, and it was given to me by a mate. And this mate, she just had the most amazing mindset. She was just so positive all the time. And she had a massive impact on me as well, actually, when I look back. Like, a lot of the things that I did around that time, we would go off, like, exploring, we would go off wakeboarding, and just the things that I love to do, and I was doing it. So, yeah, I read the book, The Secret, along with the course. They kind of just combined together, and I was just like, okay, I am unstoppable. I can do whatever I want to do. And then I took a trip to Iceland, and that's where it really started to kick in. I was driving around Iceland, seeing these amazing, like, if you haven't been to Iceland, I would just 100% recommend going, because it's such a beautiful country. The landscape, just like 1 minute you're driving through like greens, and the next like through volcanoes, and the next through ice. It was just amazing. And then just waking up every morning and opening the van doors, because I drove around and I slept in a van, and just seeing like different things every day. It was just like, wow, like people live like this. Like, why can't I live like this? And then I just started to make little steps. Well, I say little steps. I kind of, in my head, was making little steps. I was like booking little weekends away, booking trips, like to visit people and do things and stuff like that. And then I watched a program on Netflix, and the next day I just quit my job and I put my house up for sale and thought, right, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to take the risk and I'm going to go. So yeah, that was the beginning of 2016. And since then, last year I travelled in my van around Europe. Yeah, so I wanted to explain how I got to where I am. I have taken a risk. I don't know what I'm doing. I set up this whole website, channel, etc., because I want to share my story. I want people to be able to see where I took the risk and where it leads to. I have no idea where it's going to lead to, but I just want to document each day the ups, the downs, the travels, the amazing things that I see, the struggles of travel, because it's not all lush beaches and lush mountains. It's like sitting crammed in the back of a bus next to somebody that's trying to touch you up for 3 hours. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to explain, how I'm here. And if you have any questions on any of that, just drop me a message below or send me a message on Instagram. Right, anyway, enough of that. I'm going to go to the gym very quickly. Well, I say very quickly, probably spend about an hour in the gym, and then I'm going to come back here and just I need to do some more emailing and stuff for the idea that I have. So see you after the gym, maybe. So gym was good today. Now time for a shower. Another good shower. This place is not a nice shower. I want to go to Antarctica, and then I also want to go to Canada, and I also want to go to Greenland, and I also want to go to New Zealand, and I also want to go to like the Easter Islands.